This documentary is based on early Islamic historical sources and military records. It presents events within their historical context, without modern political commentary. When history remembers great commanders, it often focuses on empires, maps, and victories. But behind every expanding state and shifting border, there are individuals whose tactical decisions reshape entire campaigns. Among the most discussed military figures of the 7th century is Khalid ibn al Walid. He is often remembered by the title, the Sword of Allah. Yet beyond the title lies something more concrete. Battlefield intelligence, adaptability, and strategic mobility in some of the harshest environments on Earth. This is not a story of myth. It is a study of warfare in the Arabian Peninsula and beyond. Early background. Khalid ibn al Walid was born in Mecca into the influential Banu Makhzum clan of the Quraysh tribe. In a society where tribal defense and mounted combat were essential, military skill was not optional. It was survival. From a young age, he was trained in cavalry tactics. In desert warfare, mobility determines dominance. Infantry can hold ground. Cavalry controls momentum, and Khalid understood momentum. The Battle of Uhud. Tactical reversal in 625 CE. During the Battle of Uhud, Khalid was not yet aligned with the Muslim community in Medina. At this battle, he commanded a cavalry unit for the Meccan forces. When Muslim archers abandoned their assigned defensive position, Khalid identified the vulnerability instantly. He maneuvered his cavalry behind enemy lines, transforming what had been a stable formation into chaos. This was not brute force. It was timing. Uhud demonstrates one of the defining traits of his military character. He did not wait for opportunities, he created them. Strategic shift years later, Khalid embraced Islam. His experience did not disappear. It changed sides. What makes this transformation historically significant is not simply allegiance. It is how quickly he integrated into emerging military structures and began commanding complex operations. He was not just a fighter, he was a mobile strategist. The Battle of Mu'tah leadership under collapse in 629 CE. Muslim forces faced a significantly larger Byzantine-aligned army at the Battle of Mu'tah. Commanders fell in succession. Leadership structures were destabilized. In moments like this, armies usually collapse. Khalid assumed command. Historical sources describe how he reorganized remaining units and executed a structured withdrawal instead of a chaotic defeat. He rotated frontline units during the night to create the illusion of reinforcements arriving. This psychological maneuver prevented insurrection. The battle did not end in conquest, but the army survived. In military history, survival under overwhelming pressure is often more decisive than reckless heroics. Master of mobility, the Rida Wars. After the death of Prophet Muhammad, the Arabian Peninsula entered a period of instability known as the Rida Wars. Tribal revolts were widespread. The emerging state required rapid, coordinated response. Khalid's campaigns during this period reveal his operational style. Rapid movement across long desert distances, striking before opposition consolidated, preventing fragmented threats from uniting. Desert warfare punishes hesitation. Water supply, terrain knowledge, and speed determine survival. Khalid mastered all three. The campaign in Iraq, in campaigns against the Sassanid Persian forces and later Byzantine armies, Khalid demonstrated operational flexibility. One of his most notable achievements was a daring desert crossing between Iraq and Syria, a logistical maneuver considered extremely risky. Instead of following predictable routes, he chose terrain assumed impassable. Why? Because unpredictability reduces resistance. At the Battle of Yarmouk, in 636 CE, Muslim forces faced a numerically superior Byzantine army. Here again, cavalry mobility played a decisive role. Khalid reorganized mounted units into a mobile guard, a rapid response force capable of reinforcing weak points instantly. This flexibility prevented breakthroughs and maintained cohesion across a vast battlefield. Yarmouk became one of the pivotal battles in Near Eastern history. But it was not decided by size alone. It was decided by adaptability. Leadership without political control. Interestingly, Khalid was later relieved from supreme command during the Caliphate of Umar ibn al Walid, yet he continued to serve under new leadership without rebellion or withdrawal. This reveals something important. His influence was tactical, not political. He was a field commander, not a power seeker. Many historical military figures struggle when authority shifts. Khalid did not. Why he matters in military history. Khalid ibn al Walid's legacy is often framed in religious or heroic language, but beyond titles, historians analyze three core attributes. 1. Mobility. Rapid desert maneuvering. 2. Psychological warfare. Illusion, surprise, momentum. 3. Battlefield adaptability. Reorganizing under pressure, he fought in dozens of engagements and, according to traditional accounts, was never defeated in direct battle. Whether every detail is perfectly preserved is secondary to the broader reality. He represents a model of early mobile warfare before the age of centralized empires and industrial armies. The human factor, it is easy to attribute victories to destiny or divine favor, but military history operates through structure and decision. Khalid's campaigns show that, even in early medieval contexts, warfare required intelligence gathering, terrain awareness, supply management, psychological assessment. Desert war is unforgiving. There are no forests to hide in, no mountains to shield mistakes, only open land and consequence. Final reflection. Khalid ibn Walid's story is not about mythology. It is about how leadership functions in unstable environments. He operated in a period where institutions were forming, borders were fluid, and alliances shifted rapidly. In such a world, survival required decisiveness, not recklessness. Decisiveness. His historical importance lies not only in victories, but in his demonstration that mobility and adaptability can overcome structural disadvantages. History remembers empires, but empires move because individuals move first.